All right, there seems to be some drama brewing down in the desert. Kyler Murray making moves on social media. Could the franchise quarterback be out in Arizona? I'm going to break down everything going on with the story, as well as give you my 2 cents on the whole situation. But if you could first like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily update videos. Share this video with your friends. It really helps the channel out a lot. We are growing like crazy. All right, so Kyler Murray has now unfollowed the Cardinals on all his social media, has deleted all pictures of himself on Instagram in Cardinals gear. He's down to just 2 photos on his Instagram, one of which is a photo of him and Micah Parsons in their Pro Bowl uniforms yesterday. But you can't see the logo on Kyler's helmet. He's forward-facing, so no Cardinals logos anywhere. And this seems like it could be something. Now, are we digging a little too much into it? Guys do this shit all the time. Maybe, but I would say like 90% of the time when something like this happens, the guys want out. And there were some rumblings after the season that he was unhappy with Cliff Kingsbury, but Kyler's always unhappy. If you look at Kyler, he blames everybody but himself. And this is the shit I'm worried about with Kyler Murray. I think he's kind of a head ass. He's always been a head ass. That's his knock from coming out of high school to so on and so forth. If you watch his body language, they finished the season terribly in Arizona. Yeah, he was banged up a little bit. Missed a few games, came back, played very mediocre. You know, he didn't light it up. He was having an MVP-type season to start the season. Wasn't really great. But once things start going south, Kyler just blames everybody else. His body language is atrocious. I've talked about this before. And man, this is just a toxic, toxic move by Kyler Murray. Still has 2 years left. I mean, he has to be extended for his franchise deal, so he's still on his rookie deal, played 3 years, gonna get that 5th-year option. It's only like $11 million or so, I think, for that 5th-year option. I think it talks about it here in the article. Yeah, $11.3 million cap hit for next year. So it's very cheap. He's a very cheap move off of if your team's. But again, Kyler seems to be really easily be unhappy if nothing is if it isn't totally perfect, exactly how Kyler wants it. He gets all pissy and crying and stuff. And hey, I've been wanting to bitch about Cliff Kingsbury as a coach. I think he's very overrated. I think he's terrible in the second half of seasons. People get some film on Cliff and he's garbage. He doesn't make adjustments well. And that's a fair criticism. But Kyler, you're the franchise quarterback. You have to lead. And that's his problem. He doesn't want to lead, it seems like. He doesn't take that leadership type role. I mean, God, say what you want about Kirk Cousins, but at least the man tries to lead. But good God, Kyler Murray just pitches and pouts about everything. You see Joe Burrow getting killed out there in the playoffs. My man is running for his friggin' life, getting sacked 1,800 times in playoff games. He doesn't bitch about his offensive line. He just gets back up and keeps throwing the rock. Kyler, on the other hand, just gets pouty. It's not going right. I mean, what other guy has been given DeAndre Hopkins he was gifted to as a second-year quarterback? Got A.J. Green, still solid. Has an okay running game. I like Chase Edmonds. James Conner scores 1 million touchdowns. They traded for Zach Ertz, very good tight end. Defense hasn't been terrible. So, Kyler, what more could you want? The life isn't perfect. You're not going to play at Oklahoma and have like 5 stars that are just better than everybody else in the Big 12 over there because they're more talented than everybody. The NFL is a lot closer to the SEC than it is the Big 12, and the SEC ain't even that close to what the NFL is. So, yeah, life's hard in the NFL. Nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be great. You always are going to have adversity, and I can't just trust a guy who's going to bitch and blame everybody else and not take responsibility for himself. I mean, you see how guys fail when they don't do this. Look at Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf was a top quarterback prospect, came out, had emotional issues, blamed everybody else, wouldn't take responsibility, and it blew up. Kyler, you're walking a very dangerous line. You've been a pampered, spoiled brat your entire life. Everybody knows that. This was your knock coming out of high school. Daddy takes care of everything for me. Daddy gets my money paid. Daddy does this. Daddy does that. Kyler, you have to be a leader. Team went 2-1 when you were out with Colt McCoy, and you guys shit the bed down the stretch. I mean, what'd they go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They went 5-1 the last 6 games with you a quarterback, Kyler. Cool. That's bad. That's really bad. You have to beat people. You lost to the Lions. Like, that's on you, bro. And you were terrible in the playoff game. Let's not act like you were any sort of good against the Rams in the playoff game. You were bad, and that's on you. You have to take responsibility. Now, is anybody going to trade for him? I doubt the Cardinals trade for him. If Kyler sits out and blows his shit up, which he very well could do that. I mean, maybe you trade him. He could hold out like Deshaun Watson. I don't know. This new generation of guys and quarterbacks, I don't love it. We're turning into the NBA and the NFL. You don't want to be the NBA. NBA players run the show, and you don't want the inmates running the asylum, as they say. You just don't want that. You want people to be responsible to their contracts, play out their contracts, be leaders. You don't want to turn into a league where guys are a little unhappy. They just hold out and they demand to be traded. It's so stupid. I get, if a franchise doesn't do anything to help you, but Kyler, they've done a lot to help you. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They got J.J. Watt. They got better defensive players. They added A.J. Green. Everybody's doing stuff to help you. Yeah, things aren't ever going to be perfect in this league. It's a man's league. Get over it. But interesting teams that could maybe make a move for him. Tampa Bay, possibility Pittsburgh. There's a shit ton of teams out there looking for quarterbacks, looking to upgrade. And the cap number is massively low, so teams would be willing to give up lots of picks to get him. Now, you only get him for 2 seasons on this low deal. Who knows? Kyler could be that guy that demands a freaking extension before his rookie deal's up. He could be that guy. See it? This is not a good sign for the Cardinals. This is not a good look for Kyler Murray whatsoever. Really interesting if he is out, how many quarterbacks are on the market this offseason. Absolutely insane to think about. Him, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers possibly. I mean, Kirk Cousins could be on the market. Those are top quarterbacks that people would be chomping at the bit to go put on their team, especially teams that think they're close to make a Super Bowl run. You don't think Tampa Bay wants to get a quarterback to replace Tom Brady so they can go win right now? This team had the Rams beat. All they had to do was stop the Rams for 30 seconds, and the Rams aren't in this Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay's in the Super Bowl. I truly believe that if they get that game to overtime, Tampa Bay's winning that game. Rams aren't ever seeing the field again. Very, very confident in that one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is this on Kyler Murray? Does he deserve to be upset? Is this a childish move? Is he actually going to get traded? Where are the quarterbacks going to go this offseason? There's so much to break down, so much good content out there I'm going to have. But again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.